I am so honored to be here today for the official swearing in of Chief Nick Boulter, and I first invite you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the elected officials we have with us, members of the Board of Selectmen. Sean Askham, he's chair of the Public Safety Committee and liaison to the Police Commission. Deputy First Selectman Chris Kelly, Mike Payne, and Cheryl Cook. I'd also like to thank the... Oh, I got your... And Chris Peterson, who sent a text message to kind of psych me out, but it's really good that you're here. I'd also like to thank the Police Commission, which worked in cooperation with our town manager and town staff in leading a competitive recruitment process, and thank everybody who played a role in this process. It says a lot about an organization that successfully develops and promotes talent from within, and it says a lot about an individual who dedicates nearly 2 decades of his career to an organization, holds nearly every role, holds every single rank, and then rises through the ranks to assume the duties of the chief. And I'd like to extend a sincere congratulations to Chief Boulter. Here's to the next 20 years. And I'd like to introduce Selectman Sean Askham now.
Good afternoon, everybody. As Eric said, I'm Sean Askham, and it's my privilege and honor to be here today to speak as not only a Board of Selectmen member, but also the chairman of the Public Safety Subcommittee and a liaison to the Police Commission. We should all be proud of our Simsbury police officers, and I know I am. The folks that are out on patrol answering the call for help each day, the officers in our schools to keep our children safe, the officers on the bike paths to make sure that we're safe down on Iron Horse, the detectives, and of course our leadership team, as well as dispatch, are all an integral part of our community. We are truly an amazing community, and our police department contributes greatly to Simsbury, making it a very special place. As I was looking into today, I wanted to make sure that everybody knew the value statement that our police department has put together, and I think this is really important. This is what our officers think that their job and their role is. We are the members of the Simsbury Police Department. We regard our profession with great pride, and as such, we proudly declare the following. As public servants, we shall preserve and advance the principles of democracy and freedom in our society. We will be accountable to higher authority in the community we serve. As members of the police department, we will aspire to professionalism in all aspects of our operations. We shall maintain the highest levels of integrity. We shall treat each other with mutual respect, trust, fairness, dignity, and we strive to accomplish the police department's mission. In service to the town of Simsbury, we are committed to fair and impartial enforcement of the laws, ordinances, reduction of fear, prevention of crime, tireless pursuits of offenders, and the compassionate aid to victims of crime and misfortune. We are committed to community policing, and we care about the citizenship of Simsbury. To me, that exemplifies not only all of our police department, but also Chief Boulter. For the last 19 years, Nick Boulter has been a member of our police department, most recently serving as captain. His promotion to chief is one that we should be proud of and very excited for. Chief Boulter will continue our outstanding history of community policing that has contributed so greatly to Simsbury. Our children know that they should run to police officers when they need help, but they should also run to them in the hallway to say hi or downtown on a sunny afternoon. Our residents know that they can count on our police officers to answer the call whenever it comes, but they're also a friendly wave as we drive around town. Chief Boulter has helped establish and enrich this culture of community policing in Simsbury. During my time on the board, I've come to rely on the chief for advice, for questions, to make sure I'm on the right page, and to make sure that we're giving the support to the police department and the community that we need from a budgetary standpoint, so that we can all make the best decisions possible as we move this community forward. The chief is a person of integrity, a person of hard work, an officer that we can be proud of, a member of our community that we can count on. He is a leader that holds himself and his team to the highest standards, because that is what this community expects and demands of all of us. We are well positioned with Chief Boulter to continue the amazing legacy that Chief Ingverson has left to our community. I want to ask each of you to continue to support our police department and our new chief as he leads our team forward. Thank you.
Got a lot of kids there, Chief. Good afternoon. My name is Jim Fleming. I'm chairman of the Simsbury Police Commission, and I would like to acknowledge Commissioner Long, who is here, as well as Commissioner Tadone, who is here today as well to honor our new chief. You know, in 1962, President Kennedy signed a proclamation which designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which that date falls is called Police Week. So it really is indeed fitting that we are here today during National Police Week to administer the oath of office to Simsbury's Chief of Police. We recognize Chief Boulter for his dedication to protecting the citizens of Simsbury, and also acknowledge each and every one of the members of the Simsbury Police Department, many of whom are here today as well. And we recognize past and present police officers and members of the staff at the police department that are here. And Chief Ingverson, who's here as well. Chief. I think it's important to remember that law enforcement officers are never off duty. They are dedicated public servants. And they're also known as peace officers. They're sworn to protect public safety at any time and place that peace is threatened. Every day, the chief, the sworn officers, the 11 staff members of the department at Town Hall, by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities, render dedicated service to our community, and in so doing, establish for themselves an enviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all our citizens. Chief, we are so fortunate that you answered the call 19 years ago to become a police officer, and that you're willing today to serve as our chief. I know your family is here today with you, and I want to thank them for sharing you with our town. I'm quite certain over the last 19 years, there were a few holiday dinners and family occasions and vacations and such that were likely interrupted because of the call of duty. And for your children, I know how proud you are of your dad, and we are as well. So on behalf of the Simsbury Police Commission, I offer you hearty congratulations and wish you the best as you assume the duties of police chief for the town of Simsbury. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. So Chief Boulter was hired by the town of Simsbury first as a patrol officer in March of 1999. During his 19 years of service to the community, he has also served as a detective, patrol sergeant, training sergeant, lieutenant, captain, and interim chief. Nick was appointed chief of police on April 15th of this year. Chief Boulter holds a bachelor's degree in sociology and justice studies from the University of New Hampshire and a master's degree in criminal justice from Central Connecticut State University. Chief Boulter has continued his professional development throughout his career by attending programs such as the Federal Bureau of Investigation's National Academy, which he completed in 2016. It was with great enthusiasm that I recommended Nick to the Board of Selectmen for the Chief of Police position with the town of Simsbury. Following a competitive recruitment, Chief Boulter emerged as the preferred candidate amongst a field of highly qualified candidates. During his career here, he has consistently demonstrated a high level of integrity and professionalism, setting an outstanding example for his officers and the department. Chief Boulter is dedicated to his work, the department, and our community. I am confident that he will do an outstanding job in his new role and serve our community well. I look forward to working with him in this new capacity, and I wish him all the best on his next chapter of service to Simsbury. Chief Boulter is joined here today by his wife, Amy, and their 5 children, Emma, Jack, Tommy, William, and Caroline. He is also joined by his parents, Fred and Roma Boulter, who traveled from New Hampshire to be here with us today. He's also joined by his in-laws, Steve and Sharon Gale. At this time, I would ask that Chief Boulter's wife and children come forward and join us for the swearing-in ceremony. And we'll also invite Town Clerk Ericka Butler forward to conduct the swearing-in.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as Chief of Police to the town of Simsbury to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much, and good afternoon. Thank you for all taking time out of your busy lives to be here today. Let me first welcome members of the Board of Selectmen, members of the Police Commission, town officials and employees, my coworkers, peers, friends, family, and the public that are here with us today. I'd like to take a brief moment to recognize and thank some people. To my parents, Fred and Roma, I'm forever grateful to you. You've always provided me with love, guidance, and support. I learned to be caring, understanding, and accepting to others because of the way you raised me. Thank you. To my wonderful children, Emma, Jack, Tommy, William, and Caroline. I love that smile. Thank you. Each and every day you remind me of why I chose this profession. Your purity and growth inspire me. Thank you to my beautiful wife, Amy. For the last 19 years in Simsbury, you've dealt with a lot. Working weekends and holidays, missing family gatherings, long work days that regularly carry over after leaving the office, classes at night to complete my graduate degree, the occasional out-of-state trip for a couple days, and more recently the 10 weeks in 2016 at the FBI National Academy in Virginia. I think that 10-week period at the FBI NA may have pushed the limits. The NA stands for National Academy, but in our house it now stands for Never Again. You've been the staple in my life and the one who keeps everything in balance. Thank you. Thank you to Chief Peter Ingwertson for your mentorship, opportunities, and friendship over the last 18 years. You have always provided guidance and support to me through the years, and especially during this transition. You led this department to the great place it is, and thank you. To the members of the Board of Selectmen and the Police Commission, the Town Manager's Office, department heads and officials, and to the Fire Department, thank you for all that you do. Your commitment to this community is undeniable and commendable, and I thank you for selecting me and trusting me to be your next Chief of Police. I began my police career over 25 years ago in New Hampshire. I didn't realize back then, but in choosing this career, I was surrounding myself with great people. These are people who routinely choose others over self, people who dedicate their lives to protect and better the lives of others, people who are benevolent, bright, and passionate about their work. They are police officers, dispatchers, animal control, and staff who support the daily operations and mission of the police department. These are people like Sergeant John Durkin and Officers Joe Halt, Frank Monacani, Jamie Ball, and Alex Cruz, who brought a man back to life just 12 days ago. Officers like J.P. Lassard, who came across a senior struggling with her health. He drove her to the grocery store, accompanied her as she picked up some needed items, and then returned her home and contacted a caregiver. And officers like John Mimna, who worked tirelessly and persistently for years to find a suitable home for a local man who had been homeless. These examples of daily acts of kindness, compassion, and humanity and heroism are endless. It is truly a privilege and an honor to be selected to lead such a group of men and women who have committed their lives to making other lives better, to solving problems, and placing the safety of others before self. Thank you for all that you do. This good fortune doesn't stop there. I see many of these same qualities, benevolence, dedication, and passion, with others that I work with on a regular basis. These people make up our fire department, our ambulance service, our public works department, every town department here, our education system, and our elected officials. I am lucky and privileged to work with such great people. I couldn't find a career more meaningful and rewarding to me than policing. So my promise to all of you as Chief of Police, to work together to solve problems, to keep our community thriving and safe, to forge new relationships, to break down and prevent barriers, and to provide opportunities and constantly strive for excellence. Thank you all again for your support, and thank you for being here today.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.